Hello and welcome to season 2 of Fun with Advisors. I'm your host Lawrence, and today we're joined by one of our newest advisors here at Ace Acumen, Austin. Excuse me, Austin. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Please tell the audience who you are and how you're here to assist them.
So my name's Austin Brown. It's my first year here as a student advisor, and I actually just graduated in June. So I like to think that I can give pretty good advice to students on how they can be successful, manage their time, and really all I'm looking to do here is just make sure that all my students in my sections are successful, happy, that they get all the things that they need, and yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so just like many of the other advisors here at on campus, okay, Austin is here to assist you with all of your questions, your concerns, and assist you through your academic experience. And with his own experience through school, he's got that personal touch that really can help, would you say, right? So
Yeah.
before we get into some of the more main stuff that we're going to talk about today, let's get to know you a little bit better, So what are two of your main interests, things that if a student wanted to chat with you, start a conversation, they would go to that?
Sure. So I really like sports. Sports is a big part of my life and has been since I was a kid. I learned how to skate when I was 4. I started playing hockey when I was 4. I played for about 15 years or so. I also played soccer and basketball as well, a little bit of tennis. So I'm a big sports guy. I like just in general, pretty much any sport. I like being physically active and being outside. And then another thing I would say is I really like video games.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of the students can relate to that too. Even some of these advisors.
Yeah,
I'm a big video game fan. So I like League of Legends. Valorant's pretty fun too. CSGO, Overwatch, just pretty much most games I'd like.
Nice, man. So definitely that gamer athlete kind of thing. You were saying for sports, you were saying basketball. Basketball is really the only one I'm with you on. I can't skate for nothing to save my life. And I do not have the depth perception to play tennis in the least. So definitely with you on that basketball though. Do you have a favorite team that you like to follow?
Just the Raptors.
Of course,
Yeah,
right? Of
Raptors.
course, man. Toronto fan, Toronto hometown, right? That's
Yeah.
what's up. And you were saying video games too, right? So you were saying Overwatch. I've heard of that one, but for me, PC gaming is because those are all PC games and everything like that,
Yeah.
right? To kind of progress our conversation a little bit forward. With the long weekend coming up, which is, I don't know about you, but I'm going to enjoy some time hanging out and just chilling.
100%,
You know what I'm saying? So how do you like to de-stress and what do you plan to do to chill out this coming long weekend?
It's a good question. Probably play some video games.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Just rest and relax. My family's having a dinner on Thanksgiving Day, so that should be fun. Just get some good food. Maybe even go to the gym because usually I like to go to the gym. I think that helps me relax and de-stress, and especially at night before I go to bed. Like if I can go to the gym before, I just sleep way better. So probably just gonna be with friends and family and
Nice, man. I definitely agree with that. I'm looking forward to that food coma on Monday and stuff like that. Just eating all that food up. So to keep going with it, you were referencing, here in Canada, we got Thanksgiving coming up in the long weekend, right? And for our audience, a lot of all of our students are coming from overseas in one fashion or another. So for the students who are not really, familiar or might not be fully familiar with Thanksgiving, do you have any, fun facts or what can you tell them about Thanksgiving if they're learning about it for the first time?
Sure. Yeah. So Thanksgiving is actually kind of an old holiday. It's just, originally it started in North America when the first colonists arrived. So Thanksgiving for them was just basically they were just giving thanks that they kind of made it through the winter or the year because for a lot of the early settlers, it was really tough to survive. And so every year they would kind of have almost like a celebration to mark the end of the harvest. And that's kind of where Thanksgiving first started. And then since then, it's just been a tradition. And the first Thanksgiving celebration, I'm pretty sure was in 1587, if I'm remembering correctly. And so it's been a very, very old tradition. And it's always celebrated on the first or second Monday of October, I'm pretty sure. So.
Nice. Also, I'm loving that flex on that exact date number because I sure as, dude, nope, I ain't picking out a date out of nowhere for that if I do say so myself. But no, that's super cool, man. So it's transitioned to more of kind of casual family kind of holiday where, right before, the winter season, before it gets super cold, you're coming together to, appreciate everything that you have. It's a really good holiday to bring family and stuff together and whatnot, but also just, relax and enjoy some turkey when it's socially acceptable to eat it for some reason only on this holiday.
Yeah, only on Thanksgiving.
Like, which
I don't know.
I don't agree with, but like, it's weird to just bake a turkey on like a May afternoon or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever, So as we progress, so for our conversation now, let's change towards, our students and your experience with school and whatnot, right? So you were going through and you were talking a second ago, I think you were talking with me that you just finished your schooling this past June, right? So you're fresh out of university and whatnot, from the trauma and all that. So from your experiences and whatnot, and with midterms right around the corner for our students, do you have any advice or suggestions that you'd like to give to our students to help them prepare or be mindful coming into next week?
Sure. So obviously next week is midterms, so it's a big week for us. And honestly, as a former student, the biggest thing going into midterms is just have confidence. Confidence is something that you have to work on too, so you can get confident by going over your notes again, reviewing classwork, that kind of thing. It's really important that you're familiar with what you've been learning, that you can memorize and recite it, and that you have to be really on top of your stuff more or less. So it's important that again you're going through your work properly and making sure you're doing all your assignments on time. And yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is just being diligent and confident. And you guys got this. Just put in the work, and you'll turn out just fine.
I couldn't agree with you more, man. Confidence is such a big aspect when it comes to like taking your exams, and it's like for me, I would tell students where it's like when you walk into your exam, don't talk to your friends, right? Your friends are going to distract you, right?
Yeah.
Walk into your exam and be like, I got this. I know what I need to do. Have that kind of like arrogant confidence to make you feel proud and happy with what you're doing because this material. You spent the time listening to your instructor and stuff like that, right? So, no, I couldn't agree with you more on that. Alrighty, as we bring our conversation to a close today, I won't take up too much more of your time. I just have one last question, and that is do you have a lasting message or words of encouragement that you'd like to give to our students, maybe to, prepare for the midterms or, a farewell greeting for the upcoming holidays if, they're going out for their turkey dates and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I'd say the biggest thing is obviously midterms are coming up, so make sure you're prepared for those. Make sure you're going over your notes again, talking to your professors, catching up on any assignments, stuff like that. And another thing is also take care of your mental health too, heading into midterms. I know it's a very stressful time, so it's important that you sleep well, you're eating well, that you're drinking water, that you're making some time to spend with friends and family as well, just so that you can go in with a clear head and just do your best. Again, I'm always here in Don Mills, 1440, so if you guys ever need anything, if you guys ever need to talk to me about anything, any kind of problems, I'm always here to help you guys. So yeah, just don't be afraid to reach out. I'm always here for you guys. Yeah.
Awesome. So with that, I'll leave it at that, and there's nothing more that needs to be said. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you all for joining and listening in today. We wish you a safe, long weekend and a happy Thanksgiving. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.